Hello YouTube, welcome back to The Binding of Isaac After Plus. I have a lot of stories to tell, so I hope I get an easy Eden start. But first, also, maybe? Thank you Krispy Kreme for 2 years of subbing with your Twitch Prime. 24 months, that's almost 1 full year. Also, Kingdom Hearts, Fill Me with the Power of Darkness. Also, do not enjoy the music in Kingdom Hearts. Chat, do not enjoy... Oh, they're going to have the standard Square Enix message to put in all their games now, right? You're not allowed to do commercial shows of the music, and you're not allowed to enjoy it. Because if you enjoy it, you're breaking Japanese music law, which is vastly inferior to the rest of the world. Yeah, they have that in all the recent games. They had that in Dragon Quest Builders, Dragon Quest, etc. It's what's her name is, and a lot of other Japanese composers are very behind the times and don't want their music available digitally. As stupid as that sounds. And thank you Phelan for 13 months in a row with Twitch Prime. It is worth it, YouTube. Come to Twitch and sub now. Thank you for being my PR man. Alright chat, I have some interesting things to talk about. I have some bad things to talk about. I have some good things. I'll start with some context because YouTube will need context. 2 days ago, part of my roof fell off. It was between Saturday and Sunday for those watching live. And landed in my back garden. So yesterday, I got a roofer round that my mother found for me, thankfully. And they assessed the job. Wasn't going to be as expensive as I thought, thankfully. They only want £300 for it, which, believe me, is actually pretty cheap. So I'm okay with the price, and they were like, so when do you want it done? And I was like, well, I think I have a couple of holes in the roof, so can you come do it tomorrow? Which would be today, for us. They said, yep, sure. Sadly, that did not happen, but it wasn't a case of dodgy builders. Well, for one, they're roofers, but either... Oh, hello. But the reason that they couldn't arrive is because we had a sudden heavy snow shower overnight, and when I woke up in the morning and opened my curtains and realised, hang on a second, there's been like a couple of inches at least of snow. I swore like a sailor, because one, it's going to make my attic leak, and two, they're definitely not going to be able to get up onto my roof to do the work in the snow. It's just something that can't happen. Also, because we were so sure, like, I checked the weather app twice on the day that they arrived, and I was like, well, it's not meant to rain, it's meant to be sunny for the next few days. We didn't even exchange numbers, because I was like, yeah, we've got this sorted, they told me the price, I'll have the money. The reason it's cheap is because it's cash in hand, for the record, but don't focus on that. So we didn't even think to exchange numbers. My mother gave me their number, but I mean, I figured they weren't going to turn up because it would be insane if they did. They'd risk death. So I'm hoping that most of the snow will be clear tomorrow and they'll arrive tomorrow and do it, but it might just be a case of wait until all the snow's gone off the roof and then it's safe. I don't know. So that sucks. I haven't gone up into my loft to see like how bad, if at all, it is. Like, there was only like a couple of visible slits of sunlight, so it shouldn't be too bad. I haven't noticed any damp patches in my roofs in any of my rooms, let's put it that way. I swore like a sailor, please give us an example. No. As you know, I'm very polite and never swear. So that was a great deal of stress throughout the entire day, just knowing that it wasn't going to get sorted, that maybe the snow would like leak through. So I've not had a good day in that regard. But despite the bad weather with the snow, the post was working, which I was kind of surprised by, honestly. Oh, good. So not only did my physical copy of Kingdom Hearts 3 arrive, but my Batman comics for the month already arrived as well. Well, I say already, we're at the end of the month actually, so never mind. They were super, super late, which is always confusing to me given that it's a British company that does it. And yeah, I always seem to be one of the latest people to get each month's issues. So I could talk about the 2 Batman comics. I'm trying to think if there's any more immediate things to talk about, other than the roof thing being a source of stress. No, I'm not talking about Brexit. This isn't a political podcast. It's a quote-unquote entertaining gaming live stream. Secret room. Oh wow, really? It almost always is there on that room. Let's see, what else I have to talk about? Oh, something else that arrived in the post. You'll see me mention this on Twitter if you follow me on there. This has been a new wave of unboxing videos on YouTube. where people buy boxes loads of like returned merchandise from Amazon or like liquidated stock from businesses or companies that have gone out of business, and they just buy palletfuls of them, and you just get a random assortment of stuff. I don't know if it's still a fad on YouTube. It was a fad for a little while. It passed me by. I only heard about it recently. Point being though is I was curious, and that's a very dangerous thing to be, but I was curious. So I looked around on eBay, and you could get like quite big boxes or pallets for like over £100, and I was like, I'm not going to do that. But I did find a box of assorted, I think 55 assorted things from liquidated companies for £30. So I thought, I'm going to do that. And I didn't tell anybody because I thought I'd just get a box full of like tat, and I guess I kind of did, but uninteresting tat. It arrived today, and the first thing I saw when I opened the box was a giant red sombrero. And at that point, I knew that I'd made the right decision. And I posted a picture on Twitter of myself wearing said red sombrero, if anyone is curious. But that's not all that was in there. There is other stuff that I'm going to find a use for. I'll talk about all the tat in it as well, because there was a lot of that. But it's a brilliant picture, thank you. I did it from the Facebook angle, one so you could see the hat, and so two you saw less of me. But I got a couple of like, I think it's like flat stone, they're not plates, but I'd call them plates, like maybe Japanese style plates. They're going to be perfect little things to roll dice in when I'm playing tabletop games. So it's like, excellent, I need those. There's also kind of like a thinner, longer metal version that could be used for the same thing, so I'm definitely going to get use out of them. Hello, Shiro. And in terms of what else was potentially interesting, I don't know, there was a weird, like, it's made in China, it's a nest with like fake eggs in it. I'm not sure what it was meant to be. It doesn't have any instructions or anything like that. A lot of the stuff in the box was from a company called Tiger. So I don't know who they are, but I guess they went into liquidation or something recently. Because a lot of the stuff was from them. As far as like miscellaneous stuff, there was 2 Minions kids gift bags with like candy and colouring books and stuff in them. There was a lot of Christmas decorations. Weird Art Deco kind of, what's that called when you like layer paper? Decoupage? Is that the word I'm thinking of? There was a lot of that. There was a few like, here's some mobile phone covers for phone sizes nobody uses anymore. Like iPhone 4S, what is this? iPhone 4S's and the iPad mini original run and crap like that. There's some like dodgy looking shoes that you hang in your car. They're like air fresheners, but they're different types of shoes. Presumably for fetishists, I don't know. Let's see, what else was in there? There was a lot of stuff. Not much of it as interesting as the things I mentioned. Oh, why didn't I use Eden Stone, the devil deal? Because I was too busy talking about my box of tat from eBay. Also, I don't have unlimited bombs anymore, so don't do that. That's okay, next devil deal I will remember, but I really should have done it in that one. I was not thinking. I wish I'd kept the box up here with me, but I took it downstairs to get out of the way. No, it's nothing to do with daylight savings. I started early because there's 2 games I want to play first, but I also want to play a lot of Kingdom Hearts 3, so started early to fit everything in. Why is that worm got stuck against a mushroom? Oh, there was a couple of sets of print blocks. Again, I think it's for kids. But they had like mustaches on them and stuff, so I'm not entirely sure. Like, I'm not surprised most of the stuff I got in this box didn't sell. Or if they did sell, they did not sell for a lot. There's a lot of overly large, I think I got like 3 or 4 exceptionally overly large, like I think they put shapes into paper, like you slide the paper in, you stomp down on the top and then boom, you've got a pattern on the paper. But they're like 3 times the size of a normal stapler. All for like a crappy little shape of like a star. which I didn't fully understand, and again, I'm not surprised it didn't sell. Oh, I got a Frozen-themed Christmas sack, whatever the hell that is. So if anyone wants one of those, it's free to a good home. I think it's for, like, you leave it out and that's where your presents go or something. Oh, the egg popped. Not sure if an allied ghost is a good thing or a bad thing. It'll be hard for him to die, presumably, unless he spawns on something. Chaos. Chaos is very tempting, but not when I have a free devil deal waiting for me at some point. We will blow you up for some cash, hopefully. Alright, for a slightly better chance at a deal with the devil is what I meant to say. Hello, Lemon Prince. Chat, I mean, well, I know there's not a lot of people here because they're like, you can't be streaming at this time. It's way too early for that. But I'm surprised there's not more interest in my box of assorted randomness. I shouldn't have led with the sombrero. The sombrero was too good. Nothing else in it matched up to that. I haven't had the item room, but we'll fight while we're here. You rushed to the Twitter to see the hat, to be fair. I hit him a little bit there. I'm surprised that the runs felt so quick despite the fact we have less than starting damage. Another reason to want a deal with the devil. I think the ghost died there to the death beam, even though it was despawned. Oh wait, no, it didn't. I'm just focusing while it dies. Deal with Angel, you know what? I will take 2 free Deal with Angel items, because why not? We didn't get good ones, that's why not. I don't really want to fight the Angel because we have less than starting damage. Time flies when you're talking about a sombrero. That's fair. So the Batman comics I got... Oh wait, no, you know what? Another nerdy thing I can mention. I edited the 40k Battle Report today. It's due to be up on the... It'll be the first video up on the 3rd of February. It's not too long. Yeah, the Batman comics I got, they're called... Well, the first one was called Cycle of Violence. And it's from the New 52 run, I think. And it's the first Scarecrow-focused story, like main story, rather than him just being a side thing, that's been included in the subscription. And it gives him a backstory that they used as inspiration in Gotham, I think, because they had the exact same storyline in Gotham, where Scarecrow is the way he is because his father was also obsessed with fear and experimented on him. A room full of perks. Hello, Technoside Pixels. I'm glad to hear you're up early to watch on Twitch for live. For live? Miss out the for. Live for once. For live. I'm talking about Batman, so I'm sure you're very glad you're here. So the story was good. Minor spoilers, I think Arkham Knight also drew a little bit of inspiration from it because Scarecrow's big thing that he does at the end of it is he coats Gotham in fear toxin. Much less effective, but same game plan. But prior to that, what he's doing is he's kidnapping children and then subjecting them to his fear toxin to the point where they become immune to fear. So it kind of gives his character depth because he's kind of like... He's accidentally following in the footsteps of his father, and then he meets this one kid who kind of reminds him of himself. And the kid, for whatever reason, takes a shine to him and feels sorry for him. I don't need to swallow Penny at this point. and he kind of starts to feel guilty about what he's doing. And it gives you a little insight into his past, which I thought was interesting. It still does end with him, like Batman gets captured by him and subjected to his fears, so you get a little bit of what Batman's scared of, and whoever wrote that story decided that Batman was scared of being scared. Which I guess kind of makes sense. Because it would show weakness if he was scared of anything. Thank you, an anonymous person who opted to give a subscription to Technoside Pixels. Enjoy my emotes for a month, courtesy of whoever it was. It felt a bit out of character, but like after Batman's been subjected to the fear toxin and he manages to escape Scarecrow's nightmare basement, they're having a little fight and Scarecrow's using a scythe made of bones, which is awesome, by the way. Like Batman kind of gets caught in the side by the scythe, so he pulls out his grapple gun, puts it to Scarecrow's chin, and then shoots Scarecrow through the chin, so his face gets stuck to the ceiling. So it felt a little bit out of character for him to be that violent, but I suppose the whole thing's meant to be like he's been through a lot. It was badass, but out of character. No, he doesn't die. He just had a grapple through the chin. It also kind of ends the same way for Scarecrow as it does in Arkham Knight, because he ends up in Arkham and he's plotting his escape, but then he accidentally gets a massive dose of his incurable, he's not immune to fear toxin. So yeah, it was alright. I'm going to read it through again to appreciate it a bit better, because I was kind of reading them quick. Thank you Hawkman2 for 25 months in a row. Hey Sora, I can meet Sora today. She technically already has, because wasn't I playing through Kingdom Hearts 2 when I had Sora? I think. I also can't remember if I had Puppy Cam on or not. So the other story I got is called... I wasn't paying attention, I thought it was moving away from me, I was looking at chat. The other story that was included this month is called Super Heavy, and that's from the very tail end of the New 52 run, where the writers of the New 52 wanted it to end with Endgame, where they killed off Joker and Batman, but they were forced to do some more stories afterwards, and that story looks at what the police do with the knowledge that Batman is dead. They decide Gotham still needs Batman, but they need him in an official capacity, not a vigilante capacity. So they make like Police Batman, and Commissioner Gordon gets selected to be the Police Batman. So it's him fighting a new villain who is pretty cool, actually. I kind of liked them. They were called Mr. Bloom. Kind of like a plant-based type thing, but not in an Ivy sort of way, in a more like corrupted sort of way. I liked his design. He was drawn very strangely. Did Batman gain weight? No, that's in The Dark Knight Returns, when Batman's chubby. Commissioner Gordon as Batman is like super skinny, because he's not well built. Still not a stat increase, and debatable whether or not this will actually help me, but I took it anyway. So as far as the story goes, I like the villain. I think it's an interesting concept, like having a police Batman. Because in the New 52 kind of like story, Commissioner Gordon is ex-military, so he can handle himself. It's kind of like him trying to deal with things with a smaller frame, and then he also has a mech suit as well that he can use. But at the same time, it's also dealing with, like, Bruce Wayne is alive, as it turns out, because of course he is. But he doesn't want to be Batman anymore and has kind of like no memory of being Batman. So it also deals with some of criminals who know who he was, trying to force him to be Batman again, because they want him to suffer with them, and how he deals with that. That was the only really super interesting part. The rest of it wasn't that great. It really should have just ended with Endgame, because that would have been a very fitting end. Being rich equals immortal. Eat the rich. We were talking about this in Discord just before. So as far as like Super Heavy goes, I'd say just a solid meh. Some interesting themes, but not that interesting to read, and the art didn't do much for me. I kind of liked Gordon's Batman suit. Not the mech suit, because obviously all mech suits, they're an easy thing to enjoy if you like mech suits. Ignoring that, his Batman suit was kind of nice looking. But other than that, not too good. The other one though, the Cycle of Violence, I liked it. I liked that they gave Scarecrow some depth. Rather than just boogeyman who sings nursery rhymes, which is what he was when they first created him. Thank you Conman6565 for 15 months in a row and for also almost making me walk into the spikes. Hello Flik, back to working. Lurking, sorry. You know what, you should get back to working for saying hello. Hippie. Oh. How did that not die in the explosion? Oh, you didn't die in the explosion because Chubbs swallowed the bomb, that's why. Please give me a damage up. Any damage up. I don't want this to turn into a train wreck run, even though it's definitely not. So far. That's not really what I meant. Oh dear. Your alarm to wake up for the usual stream just went on. I'm very flattered that you have an alarm to tell you when I'm streaming. This will probably turn into a run where I die just based on getting no stat increases. But we have dart bombs, so it might keep us like on a drip feed, I suppose. Depending on how many red hearts drop, really. You should also get back to work. That's fair enough, the VOD will be here. Although, as I say, I'm sure the Kingdom Hearts part will get muted. Because I don't intend to skip anything when I'm playing on stream. What was I saying before that? So I talked about the crap with the roof and it still not being fixed. The box of garbage from eBay. The Batman comics. Editing the 40k battle report. Damn, I think I got through everything too quickly. You were forced to skip a cutscene in Kingdom Hearts 3. Why? It made the Xbox app pause the stream. Oh, right, so you got the bit where if you were playing on... Oh, wow. Where if you were playing on PS4, it will say, recording has stopped because you've reached a whatever scene. Thankfully, if you're using a third-party program, you can just ignore those. Did I put the sombrero on Sora? No, I did not, because Sora does not like the sombrero. She kept well back when I had it on and it gave her anxiety gas. Like very, very... I was going to say audible, but I don't mean audible. It stunk. That's what I mean. So she does not care for the sombrero. But that's because she does not care for most things when they've not been that way before. She hates change, it scares her. Dog version of me. Although I'm not as derpy as she is. Instead of derp, I'm belligerent. There's a difference. Well, now I need something else to talk about. I hate this. When I go through, I was like, oh, I'm going to fill a whole Isaac episode with this crap and no one's going to care, but I'm going to go through all of it. Is this the one floor? No. I want the ouges for, like, a harder boss. I don't know why I didn't dodge that. I felt like it wasn't the explosive shot. Also, I can't help but notice, but the eyes are not locking on. How many of you are planning on sticking around for Kingdom Hearts 3? Because my original plan was like just play it once, see how people take to it, and then probably just play it in my own time. What do I expect from Kingdom Hearts 3? It will never stand up to the hype because it's been 20 years and nothing could stand up to 20 years of hype. I'm expecting it to be okay combat and a story that's utterly forgettable and has no satisfying conclusion because they want to make more money. Even if it doesn't involve the cast you're familiar with. Wow. That's pretty bad. You want to stick around but you have to go to work? Tell work that your leg fell off. And I know what you're thinking. When you next go to work, they'll be like, hey, your leg isn't off. And then you just say to them, no, I mean my other leg. And they won't know what you mean, but they won't question it. I'm going to hold out in case there's a tinted rock to get small rock, because I'm that desperate for a damage increase. Or Rhino and Amphibian, who could take one of your legs off for you. If the price is right. Hello, Mr. Man. Kingdom Hearts really is one of those things where it's not really spoilable because the main story is incomprehensible and the world by world storyline is just whatever the storyline of the movie it's from is. Jesus Christ, this went from 100 to 0 real fast. I do want that bomb. Oops. I didn't want to waste that last key, that was my bad. That is not soy milk, but I do have 2 bombs. Milk gives you a tier increase, which is a DPS increase. It'd only get us down to 5, which isn't great, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. And that's what we need for Isaac, ideally, but we might be long dead before then. I'm just hoping the combat isn't as floaty as it was in the past 2, because the floaty combat just feels so outdated now. Like when I was replaying Kingdom Hearts 2, I couldn't believe that I remembered the combat fondly. Because there's just no nuance and it's very, very floaty and slow. Oh, might as well use this. So is that 2 alges? It's a shame I can't get out of the boss fight. I was under the impression that Kingdom Hearts 3 comes with a story recap that's an hour and a half long, or was that just a meme? I ain't watching it, for the record. Damn, okay. We'll get a penny from back here and try again. No we won't. Maybe we'll get greed in the shop. Oh, okay, double vision helps. Well, I mean, it's not technically double vision actually because it doesn't happen constantly, but bookworm means more eyeballs, and I'm fine with that. And because we're going full train wreck, I'll keep Book of Revelations so that it can be tanky. Stay slow. I'll find out for myself in like 2 hours, probably. Meh! Oh, Jara. Where do you use that? Hopefully when I get some coins. What the? Same room twice in a row? That's unheard of. When it doesn't have combat, anyway. Meh! Meh! I need a room with more than 1 penny in it, please. It's my own bomb flies that have hit me about 3 times now, thanks to friggin' death. You for this. You for this. Attempting to understand Kingdom Hearts story would imply that there is anything worth understanding, which there isn't, because it's not written by anybody competent. It's written to produce sequels so that they keep making money and nothing else. Other than that, it's just standard good versus evil hero plot, set to the storyline of various Disney movies people find most lucrative. That's what it is. I mean, the secret room is probably here. That's heresy? No, that's just realism, because I know how businesses work. That's not to say that you can't enjoy it, because you absolutely can. But just know that they don't have the interest of telling a good story in mind when they do it. If they did, they wouldn't have 17 shit sequels across 50 different platforms you have to play to understand anything. That's going to make the next run interesting. And for now, we get Tears Up at the very least. Alright, we're ready for the mom fight. It's very 2015 of you, Valinor. I've got 3 explosive flies following me. Christ. Ah! 2 of them just hit me, I think. Oh, that is not my friend. That is an enemy. Remember when Mom had a foot that she drops on you? Finally. I need you to land in the sea of eyeballs. Grant us eyes. Don't know, I'm spinning another explosive fly. Whatever. You would be more excited for Kingdom Hearts 3 if it came out 10 years ago? 100% correct. Well, no. Put that at like 15 and then you're right. That is too long a wait between sequels for anyone to give a crap. It would be like episode 4 and 5 of Star Wars came out, and then they did the prequels, and then they did Return of the Jedi. Would you be okay with that? Look, I am your father. See you in 6 years. That's what Kingdom Hearts is. Just letting that one sit there for a while. Also, this room is using up way too much of my brain power because it took forever to die. That may be the machete order for Star Wars films, but that's nothing anyone should pay attention to because including the prequels in any way is wrong. Come on, small rock. Hagalas. Free Hagalas? There's no blocks in here to break. I feel like if you use a Hagalas in a room with no blocks, it should deal damage to enemies akin to the death card. They become the rocks. I'm amazed I couldn't dodge that with 1.6 speed. It was close enough that it would be risky, but I thought 1.6 would be enough. Current consensus is to like the Star Wars prequels, ironically. Perhaps, yes. I mean, they're like sand, and sand gets everywhere between your fingers, it's coarse, etc. But there was that resurgence of unironic articles because they were paid to. Of various people saying, hey, maybe give the prequels a chance, they're not as bad as you remember. With this tier rate, I like having the eyeballs, I just wish they didn't do no damage. Because filling a room this size with this many eyeballs and hearing that satisfying sound over and over is just wonderful. Although I can't see enemy shots, which also probably isn't good. Hey, but on the plus side, it means the run won't go all the way and be a train wreck hour long to the chest. We're probably going to die on this floor of an X, if I had to guess. Although we have Lazarus's rags, but that's just one extra hit. Ow. Not that February is the time for it, but you know what I'm looking forward to? I pre-ordered the new Halloween, and that's when it's released on Blu-ray. I'm looking forward to watching a Halloween film in February. Because I didn't watch it in cinemas, because I don't go to cinemas much. I think I probably should have taken those double hearts rather than letting Dark Bum get them. But... health down. Wow. Give me that one. You only paid out with one, eh? Alright. So many eyes yet you cannot see. Look, don't get all... oh, bugger, I've forgotten the name of the Bloodborne NPC. Grant us eyes, man. I'm trying to remember before I look at chat and see his name. Makatosh? Something like that? It's something like that. This is pure pain. Mikolash, there you go. See, it was close enough. Hello, Yari. Birth Row Run is not going to do anything for us. Well, it would if we kill the boss. There's 2 explosive flies now. I keep on getting given war by the Harbingers. Sounds like a cool death metal band name and also first single. Con man for asking if they were called Jaden Smith. Like, I didn't say a very poorly thought out tweet of someone trying to be pseudo intellectual and actually just being a tosser. Alright, so if a bad item drops here, there is a reroll on the floor. Reroll on the floor. It's not Mom, no. Actually, I'm going to go in with it because if we get a deal and the deal is bad, I can reroll that and maybe get an out. Why is there an Eternal Heart there? Probably shouldn't have taken that, but... whatever. I'm very eager to get back into Resident Evil 2. Despite its numerous faults, I like it a lot. And it has lots of numerous faults. Mainly being the last third of the game is bad, but everything prior to that is just wonderful. Well, obviously it's a cube of meat. Caffeine pill is not good. At all. 48-hour energy would be okay. Health down. Tempting, but no. Tempting, but no. Thank you, Argonautical. I always get your name wrong the first attempt. For 2 months in a row. Have a sub to pay for your favourite sub, which I have forgotten since last time. If it's all the same to you, I'll put it towards covering the cost of fixing my roof, but thank you. Oh, a run reroll I would totally do. Well, this is still okay. Now I kind of wish I'd taken the health down pill, honestly. Darbomb, I really want this half heart. Please don't take it. I would like to be on a half heart interval. I like the Disney Star Wars movies. I liked The Force Awakens. I saw nothing but things I despised about The Last Jedi, so I have not watched it and will not watch it. Nor will I watch whatever follows, because they ballsed it up. And I haven't seen Rogue One, but I do plan to watch it because it's on Netflix. I just haven't got around to it yet. Is that my friend? Oh yeah, it's one of my friend blood boss. Okay. That sub better be toasted. The sub I get from Subway is not toasted, no. No one likes The Last Jedi because The Last Jedi is very bad. Even Mark Hamill doesn't like The Last Jedi, and he was in it. Oh, there's creep there, I think. If you haven't seen, there's a couple of compilations on YouTube of interviews with Mark Hamill where the person who made them believes that he was subtly trying to tell people that the film was bad. Yes, yeah, that's what I was alluding to, Phelan. Another Alges. I don't think that's fair to say that Mark Hamill has no shits to give. It made his career, he's maybe a bit sick of it. But after so long, I don't think that's true. He doesn't seem like a half-assed kind of actor to me. He even gave his all to Wing Commander. Now, if you're willing to give your all to Wing Commander, I think you can act as a 60-year-old in a Star Wars film. I mean, Alec Guinness did it. Why can't he?
One makes you like one makes you like
Puberty.
puberty.
Pretty fly. He clearly cares a lot more than, say, Harrison Ford, who is just elderly and doesn't care about anything anymore. Although I did feel like he was trying a little bit in The Force Awakens. For a change. Oh, I have no interest in seeing Solo either. It's probably very telling that I forgot that it was a thing, because when we were talking about the Disney Star Wars films, I was like, okay, so Last Jedi, Force Awakens, Rogue One, that's it, right? I feel like I'm forgetting something. I genuinely forgot that Solo was a thing. Ooh, I don't like how slow those eyes died. Well, I'm sure that eyeball rolling around outside will be very useful, but as long as I keep Mom slowed, I don't have to move until she does her death beams, because her shots evaporate before they reach me. Oh, don't make me move. That's going to make me move. That was very comfortable. Oh, merciful heavens. There's no point in taking Guppy's head, because we're not going to become Guppy. Although we have dart bombs, so maybe health-wise, yeah, why not? That's gone better. Or is going better. Oh right, they have the eyeball effect as well. Neat. Stompy. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Stompy, but also fast. I've got scythes. I've got scythes. Everything else is irrelevant because I've got scythes. Also, I've got Deep Isaac voice because I got Stompy. Still might die if we don't get red heart drops for Dark Bomb to convert, which would suck now that I have scythes, as previously mentioned. You might have heard me mention that I had scythes. I don't like talking about it usually. Great functional enemy, the ghosts. Scythes are just sharp, unpredictable boomerangs. Why can't boomerangs be not sharp, very predictable scythes instead? How come the boomerang's got to come first? That was a bomb fly from Bloody Wrath. Again, sorry, War, I mean. My stumpy frame was too large. How did that one live, but this one didn't? Oh. That was handy. Maybe. Nope, never mind. Gotta remember, I've still only got, what, 5.7 damage? Death Touch helps. Also got more health from going through puberty now. So wait, we got Stompy and puberty, so Isaac should be doubly deep voiced now? That's something to look forward to when I get hit. Yes, walk into the land of scythes. It's very sharp. Oh. Dark Bum, if you would be so kind. How much does a bagpipe cost? I have no idea. I'm going to guess that they're very expensive just because musical instruments, if they're well made, are very expensive, but I don't know. Okay. Just gonna guarantee to kill an Isaac. We'll just have to hope for good stuff on the chest. It's not dying that fast, really. Oh, the outage is actually starting to wear off. Yeah, okay. I'm kind of glad I used it now then, because this fight's going to be long. Amazon has a beginner bagpipes set for $73. What does it mean by beginner though? Is it like half the size, or? Did you hear how deep that was? Isaac has become a man. That was so deep. Decent set of bagpipes is about $1,000. That seems more like it to me, yeah. Oh, actual double vision. And a very, very slight 0.1 damage increase from the stupid clown item. I'm kind of tempted by Shoop to Whoop. Blorgle Florgle. Why are we shooting? Oh, right, Mom's Eye. I was like, what part of the clown item makes it shoot out the back of my head? This is an almost acceptable amount of sides. Could probably do one or two more though. Don't be a Jera. Oh. The deep cuts hurt the deepest. Bagpipes are made using rare animal parts? No, you're thinking of haggis. Like Argonautical thought. Oh, right, everything's dead. Except the scythes. Scythes are here forever. Ugh. It's a room full of piss. I mean peep. I wasn't. I did not miss it. That is so deep sounding. Also, they're not dying, huh? They're skidding across the floor. How are none of them dead yet? There we go. Wait, one's still alive? Oh. It was my Monday. Stressful. Thank you for asking. I thought, like, Shifter Whip does a portion of your damage, and I thought even though we only have 5.8, it would still be not too bad. I think Guppy's Head might have been the better option. Yes, follow me to the land of scythes. Also, please give me a bomb so I can get into the secret room. My itty bitty scythes, they don't do enough damage, they're very sick. Why didn't I duplicate? Because I forgot, okay? Because I forgot. Bomb, please. Little Horror must die. This is revenge for 4 souls. There. He's finally dead. Totally the wrong way. This is going to end up taking an hour, like, well, 50 minutes even if I die at this point. The best laid plans of mice and men often go awry. I need more bombs. Actually, no, with them, because I'm Stompy, I think I could just walk on them, but that's obviously risky. Yeah, with all these sides, this should be an easy room. Yeah, they just could not stand up to. Same again. Ugh, got an explosive fly after me though. 2 of them. Yeah, absorb. Lust, absorb. Oh. Mrr. Okay. What? I couldn't see the shot that hit me the second time. Dirt bomb, I need that. Thank you. Let's see. There's no re-rolling to be had. I guess we'll just take a shot at... Oh wait, no, there is a re-roll to be had, rather. Oh, Guppy's Head, of course. Well... Let's go re-roll Guppy's Head, which is obviously going to turn into whatever I need to win here. Why am I leaving behind, like, smoke? Is that Samson's chain doing that?
I've come up with a new recipe.
Thank you, Police of Cake. It's not really the savior we were looking for, but it'll do. My thoughts on Anthem that it's okay. I am wary of playing it because it's an EA game, which I believe is Court's opinion on it as well, but I bought it, so I will play it. I like running around in a mech suit, can I say? Perks might swing this for us. Perks makes us take half damage again, instead of full damage. And if we keep him slow... Why is my nightlight off center? There we are. What the? He still got a shot through even with nightlight? Oh yeah, those fast shots, huh? Okay. They ignore the effect of the nightlight. I did not know that. In fact, it looks like the nightlight turns them from psychic shots into normal shots, but it doesn't slow them down. Diablo 2. Drown in scythes. Can't possibly read a bits message while I'm trying to kill Blue Baby. Thank you, Ocean, for the bits. After watching you stream Resident Evil 2, I convinced myself to face my fear of horror games and bought it. I'm happy to hear that. Although, if you're avoiding spoilers, we are about to switch over to it because this run is done. For those watching it after the fact on YouTube, come watch us on Twitch if you want to see it live. We usually play Isaac as the first thing every Tuesday. Ta-ta for now.